average person sleeps 122 days per year. 122 days per year. That totals up to 4 months. 4 months of your life that you spend sleeping every year. Stop wasting your life. Just stop. According to Hadith, the Messenger of Allah sallallahu alaihi wasallam said the average lifespan of his ummah would be between 60 and 70 years old. If you're 30 years old, your life at that point is up to 50% gone. And you look at studies today, and they say the average lifespan on average in society is 72 years old. 72 years old. And that's saying that you don't have a car accident, you don't, get cancer, something of that nature. So it's extremely important that you stop wasting your life. You think that you have all of this time to worship. You think you have all of this time to waste, and you just don't. You simply do not. But you're looking at it as if you do. We all are. We all are looking at it as if we do. Studies also show that in the West, 1 out of every 3 people, 34-point-something% of people will become a type 2 diabetic. All right? And you say, well, how is that relevant? Modern medicine, yada, yada, yada. Even with modern medicine, the statistics show that if you develop type 2 diabetes, that you have, on average, 14 less years to live on your life expectancy. Okay? Do the math. 72 minus 14. That's 58. 58. Let that be a wake-up call to you. 58 years old. I'm 44. At 44 years old, that is mathematically 75% of my life gone. Okay, and Allah knows best. No man can predict the hour, the time. There's no fortune tellers. There's no, soothsayers that can predict these things. Obviously, only Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala knows. There are exceptions to this, obviously. But these statistics are formulated over generalized areas of the population. They follow these studies over 100 years and they say this is your life expectancy, give or take. But if you really break it down and you really look at that, it should be a very harsh reality and a very stark wake-up call for you to do something now with your life. The average person sleeps 122 days per year. 122 days per year. That totals up to 4 months. 4 months of your life that you spend sleeping every year. You do the math on that, that leaves you with 8 months every year that you are waking and alive. And hypothetically speaking, again, Allah knows best, but hypothetically speaking, 8 months for those 14 years of the remainder of my life, you do the math on that, and that equals 9 years left of living. 9 years left of waking life. Conscious life. Again, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is in charge of all things and He knows best. But this is something that you need to take serious. This is something that you cannot continue to put off. It gives you a basis, a baseline. This is the remainder of my life. And we think we have all of this time to waste on arguing on the haram. Shaitan will try to convince you that you have all of this time. Oh, don't think about death, brother. Don't think about death. Nobody wants to think about this. Nobody wants to think about this. And then whenever they're faced with the reality of death, they are taken by surprise. How could this happen to me? We see people around us, all around us. Their life is wasting away. They're dying. They're dying. You have loved ones, you have relatives that are dying. You've lost a parent, an uncle, a cousin, a brother, a sister, right? Everybody has lost somebody close to them. You have, I have. Everybody has lost somebody. Yet we act as if we're the ones that we're going to be immune to death. It's not going to get us. We have all this time. 25 minutes a day we can't spend offering salah. 25 minutes a day we cannot spend offering salah because we have things that are more important to do. Now think about that 10 years of my life, hypothetically. Allah knows best. May Allah protect me and give me longevity. But that 10 years left I have in my life, I can't devote 25 minutes to that every day. Knowing that 10 years compared to eternity and infinity is a blink, literally. I'm blinking my eyes, 10 years is gone compared to eternity and infinity. Yet I want to walk around and act like I'm top dog. We want to beat our chest, right? I'm the biggest, I'm the baddest, I'm the best. Humility's gone. And that's the majority of the problem, I think, that we're facing in society is people are pushing away that reality that you are not immortal. and you're fearful of death. You're fearful of death. Muslims, we claim that we're ready for death and we're ready for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, yet we do everything we can to try to prevent it, right? We do everything that we can to try to prevent it. I look at Christianity and I see all these people saying that they're lined up to go to heaven, but nobody wants to get there first. The Muslims of the days of old, the Sahaba, they looked at death and they smiled. They looked at death and they smiled. But then again, they had true Iman in their heart. True Iman in their heart. And we're walking around half in, half out. Sometimes I'll do this, sometimes I won't. Well, that part of Islam is not comfortable with me, so I'll skip that, brother. That's not for me. That was for brother so-and-so. That was for the messenger. That's not for the women of today. I'm sister so-and-so, and that was for the wives of the prophet. Right? I'm too good to follow that. And then when you look back at the end of your life, you're going to say, I wish I would have followed Islam the way that it was revealed, the way I should have followed it whenever I had the opportunity. How many people in Hadith, I believe it's Hadith, correct me if I'm wrong, but isn't there Hadith about that, where people will ask to come back for one more salah so I can follow one of the rulings of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, maybe in Quran. Anyway, the point is the same. The point is the same. What are you doing? Your life is ticking away. Tick-tock goes the clock. Tick-tock goes the clock. You're not immortal. I'm not immortal. Your time is limited. Be aware of this while you still have the opportunity. And that's assuming that you don't have some catastrophe happen. Best case scenario. Best case scenario. Your life is finite. We have to stay on the deen. We have to stay unfiltered. We have to stay strong as sunnah. There's no time to waste with it. No time to waste.